Our next presenter is Colton Estey? Estey, okay. And he will be he is talking about composting, and he is a horticulture major. So please welcome Colton.
Clicker? Yeah, I don't have it. Is this it right here?
It can be, yeah.
Hello, I'm Colton. Today I would like to share with you the benefits of composting and how it is a sustainable approach to recycling. What is composting? Composting is nature's way of recycling organic matter. It breaks down the food waste, yard trimming, crop residue, and paper, and turns it into organic matter that is used as a valuable fertilizer. The question is, why should someone compost? In 2013, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, Americans generated about 254 million tons of trash annually. Americans recycled and composted about 87 million tons of this material, which was equivalent to 34.3% recycling rate. In this chart, it dates back to 1960, where the measurement of recycled materials was in millions of tons. So in 1960, 5.6 million tons was recycled at a rate of 6.4% recycled materials. And then towards 1985, we were around the middle and producing or recycling 16.7 million tons at a 10.1% rate. And then come 2013, we were recycling 87.2% or 87.2 million tons of recyclable materials at a 34.3% recycling rate. On average, we recycled and composted 1.5 pounds of our individual waste generation of 4.4 pounds per person per day. In this table is the approximate amount of 50% of landfill waste. The other unaccounted 50% would be like demolition materials, construction, just hazardous waste. But of this 50%, half of it is organic material or things that can be composted, and just 15% of that roughly 25% is food scraps. The question is, how can this impact you? With taking in consideration the daily average of 4.4 pounds per person of waste, you can consider other schools and what they changed with it. According to reports from Middlebury College in Vermont in 2012, the college saved over $100,000 on landfill fees by composting 90% of the food waste generated on campus. The 370 tons at that college that was composted translated in a savings of $270 per ton of waste. Composting saves the environment, money, and makes a useful product. But what is the solution? the solution is composting, but there are two ways that you can compost nationwide. You can compost at home, and you can compost at curbside pickup or drop-off locations. At home, there are devices that you can use that make it easier to compost, but all you basically would need is a garbage can and put your table scraps in there to produce your own compost. You can also sell this or use it in your own gardens at home. For curbside or recycling, 14 states or 18 states already currently have curbside pickup. Illinois is not one of them, but that is a change that is willing to be made. If you wish to discard the waste, it can be picked up this way, or you can drop it off at local facilities. And how does this relate to me? I currently am undergoing an independent study on composting at the horticultural lab here on campus. We currently take the food scraps from the cafeteria and we incorporate it into our compost space so we can try to reduce the waste that they produce on a day-to-day basis. Currently, we take all vegetables, fruits, coffee grounds, eggshells, anything that's meatless, and we incorporate it with all our waste around the arboretum, and then in return, we plant it in our planting beds around and also in our gardens that the kitchen actually takes the vegetable, or we give vegetables and crops to the kitchen for them to use in the cafeteria. I've learned a lot since I've started this independent study, and from ways to moderate how to compost and to figuring out new ideas on how to do it, I've discovered that it's fairly easy and that anybody can really do it. I want to attempt to reach out to try to promote composting in communities and even in the state, and make it another one added to the list that's at least curbside composting or something of that order. Here is the bays that I've been working on this semester. There's 3 bays of starting from the right. That's new material that's coming in, and in the middle I have incorporated the soil and trimmings and grass clippings and food from the cafeteria in this one, and it's currently working. And then in the last bay on the left, that is ready compost, that it can be ready to plant into a garden.